Alright, what's up everybody? Happy Friday. Microphone is too low.
Man, I don't want to summon
There we
a
go.
demon from the
I
fifth
also
dimension of
forgot
hell.
to turn Snip on.
Walk out of my office. I just found Snuff. Like, what is it? Listen. How do you say what? Okay, I'm done.
Better. Now you can see what song I'm listening
Done with German for the day. Stop it.
to.
Ooh,
I'm
Conjugate-
listening.
Conjugating in German is awful, and that's why I never wanted to learn it.
I feel like everything
of my
is
monk
awful. Like trying to speak the language.
Stuff out of my
It's like
mail.
really.
Actually, like I like the I like the vocabulary just because it's like kind of self-explanatory in the way they just press words together and create longer words to create a word.
Si quiere hablar
Well, it's
esto
like
idioma?
Korean, right?
Well, I don't
Well,
Like
kind
the
of.
word itself is like 28 letters, but you only pronounce like 2 syllables in it.
Well, no. What I mean, like, is ambulance is like health car, or health and car put together. Like,
Kraken wagon or some shit, right?
Yeah. and so like their words are just like if it's a
Anyway,
combination.
I had to undelete
smaller
some stuff that I sold
Kraken wagon?
on my monk because I didn't have a
something
two-hander.
Like it's really stupid. It's
Tried to do something on
like it
healing,
literally means like a hurt wagon or something like that.
and because monk
It is
players
Kraken
can't
wagon, I was
build
right.
weapon in my
It's not
offhand.
Kraken wagon, it's Kranken wagon.
Krankenwagen. I was like, it sounded right.
My inventory, I got
No, Korean is objectively
two-handers out of.
vocab is harder.
I
Just
restored
because
them
it
from.
is randomized, and when you know enough Japanese and you're mixing Korean, some of the words sound similar and mean completely different things.
Oh, I've learned some bad Spanish stuff. That's like it's good, but then you talk to someone in a different dialect, and it's like really bad stuff.
That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I find Japanese funny because they don't actually have curse words in their language.
What?
From what I understand, I don't actually.
Yeah,
know
they
a lot about it.
do.
Well, you
They
can say
totally
things-
do.
You can say things in a specific manner, but they don't actually have like the word.
No, they
fuck.
totally do. Cause yeah, they do.
Yeah, Maple, we're not doing that.
Oh well.
Wow.
They took out the table in Ironforge, and since then it's just like where do you even have meats now? I mean,
Wait, we're actually meeting up for this?
No, we're not.
no,
You're being a
because
fucking idiot.
he's a dream killer. It's
But then
Or
you
the
still
latter.
invited us into a group.
Alright, there's a more that needs to be
Yeah,
updated.
I don't play
And
Hearthstone.
can I just update week?
I tried to queue up to level my hunter.
Yeah, I already.
The queue was like 8 minutes, but I was in it for about 45
or what?
Won't even let me
Feel
click it.
bad.
for leveling.
Oh.
In
Game is dead.
like running dungeons?
WoW is dead forever. Yeah.
Even
Oh.
I'm
for time
logging?
logging?
What the fuck?
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
I was just doing it yesterday and it took like 47 seconds. Something like that. Less than a minute.
Were you a
Yeah.
healer or a tank?
I was a DPS.
Oh, well then, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they want hunters to queue up, so they just.
Anyway,
Strike through.
Hunters suck.
Wow.
Whoa! Hey! What is that? What are you doing? What are you talking about? It's very classist of you, by the way.
Gaslighting you.
Yeah.
I'm enormously disappointed in you.
You're enormously what?
Disappointed.
Ah.
mailbox. Harris.
Hello.
Hi.
Fucking Penelope Babe standing in the doorway with his feet together and his leg, like one leg put out. And she fucking crawls through his leg and she's squeezing. She's like, ah! Ah! Like she's crawling through his
He is combat ready.
And she had her little sword too. She's a little grunter now.
You're her now.
Yeah, she's just. She's fucking fantastic.
a She always improves my day when I hear her in the background.
Oh man, I have so many Babe told me to stop taking pictures.
I've said this before. I can never tell if it's Penelope in the background or just like
A cat.
Is it Dave or Buster?
I actually got asked if I had a bird.
No, no, that tracks. Yeah,
Because she,
Where are we going today,
Come here.
Grandmaster?
Boys be
I
doing
did
that
think
shit in the
Penelope was a
background.
cat for the first little while.
she actually meows with the cats. That's why. So like when the cats talk
Okay.
to her, she meows back. And now she actually calls him Kitty. So whenever they're around, she's like, Kitty, Kitty, Kitty. So she said Dave. She calls Dave Dave. I was actually shocked by that.
I honestly
gotta
would love to hear her say Dave, just because that's objectively a great name to hear a
I am
toddler say.
too surprised that somebody's calling somebody else by their name.
Right?
Like, what the fuck is that?
Let me change talents.
I just got a full refund on my DoorDash order and $10 credit.
Nice.
Someone's spitting it.
No, a
I was-
dasher was sitting there for like 20 minutes waiting for my food. And then all of a sudden, I didn't have a dasher anymore. And when I called Qdoba, they're like, oh, well, somebody took your food. I'm like, really? So the
That's a new one.
dasher took
Oh,
my
that's
food
normal.
and then dropped
No,
the
that's you.
order.
That's normal.
And so they assigned another
They can't hear
dasher.
me, but that's normal.
So the dasher got free food.
Well, they ain't gonna have a job anymore, but
I was
Well,
gonna
yeah.
say. I don't think it's that simple.
yeah.
I'm coming, baby.
Throwing a temper tantrum.
Right? Fucking rogue.
Sitting here crying while she's got a face full of strawberries.
Ditto, bro.
You know what? You don't know her plight that she's going through right
Put
now. You
him
leave
back
her
in the
alone.
garrison,
Patient over there.
and then I'll
Baby
pop on
bee,
my
baby.
warrior
Babies.
auction house stuff. Start in.
I'm not purposely like having her scream in the background. She's just doing it. She's sitting in front of the bathroom door with her legs crossed, just like
Just screaming.
Yeah, don't mute the microphone.
I guess I'll carry.
say you're gonna carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just who he is, you know?
No, I'm just level 70 in a time walking dungeon. Shit on everything.
My God, she's so angry.
Oh,
Right back.
Jeez. It's just hilarious.
Pretty cool that I, you know,
Oh yeah. You're
air drum and
survival.
lip sync to a song you can't.
Survival's fun!
Yeah. Do it! Damn it. It didn't freaking work. My God. Wait, where's the door? There's the door. Okay.
Oh. No. That's not good. Specifically go into my garrison so that that doesn't happen.
You have a freaking 10 million opener? I need you to. What is this crap?
It was my trinket. I popped the grief.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
Grief
God.
torch?
I
Oh,
need people to die for you. Just. Grief torch!
They won't die. It's not a mythic plus.
somebody up there's losing health. That Warlock will probably burn its soul, you know? It'll die. Maybe. Can we just go kill the last boss and it count? Is that applicable?
I feel like, yeah.
I think it is.
But I also feel like if we
Sends
just
a-
pulled, like,
a
everything,
ticket.
it'd be okay. If I'm gonna be, if the casting is bad.
Or when you item or like
Everyone excited?
Yeah, dude, the raid looks so good.
I've been waiting such a long time, bro. I'm getting like withdrawal.
You haven't done what? Raided? Yeah.
I haven't raided in a while, yeah.
We need you, buddy! I love this. It's pretty awesome.
I don't know why I thought the last boss was to the left. I was like, why are you going this way?
I'm big! Big old size. I was right.
All right. Well, here we go. 2,500 male and 1,000 of them are. That will never sell.
I thought that was gonna give me at least a level.
What? Oh, I was thinking Dragonflight stuff, cause, you know, but no, okay, don't mind me.
Yeah, well now I have the buff, right? That was it though. Is it 5%? Whatever percent it is. Who needs a tank?
Yeah, do you?
Got it anymore.
I just need you for the queues.
Yep, pretty much.
We'll get started in 5 minutes.
Starting in 5 minutes.
Okie doke. That's all it takes me.
Honestly, dude, I'm not even surprised.
Like, I knew it. Like, I taunt and it immediately turns red. I'm just like, that's not how the game's supposed to work.
Bup, bup, bup. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, bup, bup. Bup, bup.
Pew pew.
I'm just waiting. I'm gonna jump off and somehow miss the click arrow, and everyone's gonna make fun of me. My boss is started making fun of me for my car, and I'm like, dang it, you too.
Is it because you drive a vagina?
It literally has a V.
What?
I'm just like, listen, you can't.
The vagina on wheels.
It stands for versatility. I don't know why. It just does.
Versatility, huh?
Yep.
Wow,
That's what they tell
a lot for
themselves.
vagina. You know, why?
But what year did Other Guys come out?
Probably Probably.
I want to say 2012.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
'cause
gonna
it's
say
a-
probably 2013,
Get him out of the thing,
2014.
bro.
Oh well, you can't have TPS that. Oh
I'm
shit.
pretty sure it was 2012.
I don't know.
Cause my car is also a 2012, and I think it's pretty funny.
Someone come teach my daughter how to say please.
Thank you.
Parents,
What letter is she struggling
Ooh,
with?
we're all wrong. It came out in 2010.
T.
Yeah.
I was the closest.
Oh, is she saying ease?
Yeah, Eth.
Hmm.
And then it's not just that though. She only says it when you actually give her what she wants. So like,
Hmm.
as it touches her hand, she's like Eth. But before that, she's gonna
What's up,
fight you
Tope?
the whole time. She's saying please.
Are
instead
you
of
raiding
thank you.
tonight, or are you guys off?
Yeah,
He's trying to correct you, you know. I've run out of death advance.
Hey, so Runa's getting on, right?
Yeah, she's been told to. Runa,
Yes.
you're being asked for.
Where?
I'm doing roster check right now.
Hello.
Attendance.
When you hear your name, raise your hand and say here.
Automatic trial failure for not being here.
Not here.
Joke's on you. I was gonna fail. Wait, where am I going? Am I going? No, I'm going the right way. Okay. It's like, wait a minute.
You are, I
Plan
got your
failure.
back, bro.
We'll start in 2 minutes.
Pull the
Oh,
time out,
yay.
you-
Yeah.
Who's playing Warframe? What the?
Whoa.
Yeah, what is this? 2008?
Myrle, you're playing Warframe?
2000.
I used to play Warframe.
No.
My hands in my hands.
How do you like 1999?
We are fighting.
I love my dating sim.
Wow.
Alright, fair enough.
Hey,
I'll play
guy
dating
likes what he likes. Okay. Okay.
I just like to go out into real life and just strike out.
Bruh.
Really
Okay,
gotta-
I'll be right back. 1 minute.
You have 1 minute.
You guys discussing how many bosses you're gonna kill next year? I don't know what the topic of conversation is gonna be per se, but I'm sure like
Beat that shit.
the goal of the tier is probably
I
going to
didn't do the skip.
discussed.
I didn't do the skip.
And if the pre-meeting
Shit.
announcement is indication,
Oh.
our goal is to go as far as humanly possible. Like, there's no like boss goal.
Let's do it.
Our goal is to just finish as much as we can. But I think the goal should be don't get stuck on one boss for 2 months. Like once we get to a boss that takes us a month to get through, that's it. We're done. Like, see you next tier.
Oh shit. That's the wrong area.
I think there's actually a better ball.
The
than
boss
that.
goal should be
The
yes. Yeah,
album
I
top,
agree.
yeah. They probably think we're just little plebs.
We are.
Additional class tuning updates for patch 11.1.
I'm
Also,
thinking that.
the new thing that they announced about
Very nice.
enchanters not being able to do the enchanted crests makes me very angry. Like, I already don't make shit for money in this game as an enchanter, and they're gonna take away one stream of income, which I wasn't getting anyway. But at least it was something I could potentially sometimes get on and get some money.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand outside the triangle. I'm boycotting geometry.
Someone's like, well, everybody who's not an enchanter loves it. And I was like, awesome. Someone else is like, people have to interact with enchanters and alchemists all the time. And I'm like, yeah, on a broad scale, like, you can specifically send me a crest.
Oh god.
but like enchants and potions, you just get off the auction house from some rando. Like that's
We're
not
gonna call him El Chapo.
Hello.
makes me angry.
That's my demon hunter's name.
Is it really El Chapo?
Clever.
Where's the boss at?
Just something that I. So I did. I attempted to do Zekfear ? Again today. Still bad at this game. Still can't get past like 40%. Keep interrupting the wrong thing.
Yee. Oh. Like, how bad did I lose thread right
Like you can get so it
Crap, hard
goes
to
to
get
like phase 2 at
I gotta do this.
59%. And then it's healed. Like the name of the heal changes. Son of a.
I ain't never scared.
I don't mind delves. I don't like that Bran goes to level 60
He's a
and
little
you
tough
after
guy.
a certain level you can't get Bran experience unless it's a fucking bountiful delve. I think that's stupid.
Okay, I'm here.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Otter.
Is it Carter?
Like
Potter?
I would probably play more delves if I didn't feel like I had to.
You know what? Welcome back.
It's
Otter.
another one of those things that it's like it probably would be a
It's
fun
another
feature if it
jumpstart
wasn't
John
like
Travolta's career.
Oh,
mandatory
there was dancing involved.
or
Got it.
grindy.
There actually wasn't.
Yeah, I just think of.
He's just the only thing we remember him as is he lifted a girl that like one time.
What?
We go that way.
That was Patrick
That's Patrick
Swayze?
Swayze, bro. What the fuck?
Wow.
You uncultured swine. Nobody put
Next thing
gravy
you're
in the
gonna say
car.
is that Kevin Bacon starred in Grease.
His name is Kevin Beacon. Thank you.
Just mixing up all the dancing movies.
Listen, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
No,
it was Martin Lawrence
got
that
it wrong.
starred in Independence Day.
John Travolta was in Footloose, remember? Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, John,
Footloose.
Maple has the worst.
Don't ask me movie and song stuff.
Which is
Yeah.
funny because of your degree.
Yeah, I went to school for music.
How?
Yeah,
I
how do
don't-
well,
you
I
not
mean,
know
it
about
depends on
Travolta?
the music speciality that you went
Doesn't
through.
even
but
make sense, bro. You don't know Travolta. Like,
Right, but
I'm really
the
bad
other
with
thing that
movies.
blows
Music
me
versus musical theater, whole different thing.
I
it's like
was a
saying you don't know who
professional
Hugh
filmmaker.
Jackman is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Les Miserables, bro.
Yeah, he plays in that movie with Deadpool.
See? Now you're just trying to be antagonizing. Now I just gotta fight you.
And it was the short Hugh Jackman too that he met at the bar. You know.
No spoilers.
What?
I know there's people that still haven't watched that shit. We can't say it.
It's like telling someone the ending of Old Yeller. You know, it's like it's been a long time.
I think everyone knows it because it's literally been referenced in every movie, and it's giving away the ending in every single one of them. Just like The Sixth Sense.
I haven't seen that, but it's mainly because Nicolas Cage is. He did really
Again-
well in like one movie.
Again, incorrect.
Wait, what is?
Did you say
he
only
was-
one movie?
Yeah, I was like,
One?
He was no. He was only good in like one or two movies, like the war movie and then National Treasure.
There was
I
two
love how you
National
named
Treasures.
the one movie that he's known to be absolutely terrible in. It's National Treasure.
No,
Really? I thought
The
he was
movie was
it's,
good
okay,
regardless.
it's an
of-
enjoyable movie, even though he was bad in it.
You
But what I'm saying
totally
is,
forgot like Gone in 60 Seconds and Face Off and
Every
like
man's gone in 60 seconds.
what?
Nothing.
bring him through the fire, bro.
I'm gonna fuck him up. We're,
No, but
we're
like
friends.
in the movie was I loved.
Ba
The
ba
movie.
ba
Get
da
Him
ba
Away
da
from
ba
Fire.
da
We can't
ba
keep him in.
ba
Yeah.
ba ba ba.
Um,
Alright, shut the fuck up. Quiet.
okay.
We're gonna start. So we got a couple things on the agenda here.
Couple things on the
I'm
agenda.
gonna go over the expectations document that I sent over. And then Cap's gonna cover the boss strategies for what we're gonna be doing.
Fucking hate this. I don't. You can explain it to me a billion times in a fucking call where I'm not even in the raid. I'm not gonna get it until we're there.
The release is going to have. I've seen rumors. Cap supposedly has a magic blue post that says what's going to happen.
Hold on a second.
Just get it. I know.
Okay.
Easy.
But the expectation is that we are going to be gearing as fast and as hard as possible next week. If Mythic Zero releases, whatever we can to get gear, we're doing it. So, starting off with our expectations here.
Mythic Zero is not going to release next week.
Our goal is essentially the same as what we did this past year, but we need to go about it differently. We had a lot of turnover due to real life issues, due to whatever else, time zone problems, whatever, and that caused a lot of struggles with making sure that we had the roster, which it was good. We kept rating and we had the roster, but we didn't have the consistency that we needed. So what I want everyone on this team to be able to reach to is at least the mid-core level, which we have the personas and expectations.
The mid-core level.
What I hope to achieve for every person is that each person is able to meet the cutting edge criteria. You guys being self-sufficient, not having to ask me to set stuff up for you. You guys go out and do it yourselves. It's extremely taxing on me and other people to manage 29 other people, to make sure that they're geared, make sure that they're enchanted, make sure that they've got crests. This is the expectation that everyone should be doing what they need to do to be prepared for raid. So if you do not know what those personas are, they're linked and they're in this document. We have increased expectation of what we're going to be achieving. I was very lax on requirements last year in the hopes that people would do what they should have done, and that was clearly wrong. Unless I'm telling you guys what you need to be doing, you guys are not doing it. We saw people coming in with blue gear. We saw people coming in unenchanted, unupgraded. This is no more. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
As far as loot goes, we're still doing loot council, but instead of me as the DPS loot council officer, that's going to go to Long. So you'll have Maple as the tank, Nock as the healer, and Long as the DPS. I will sit in on it in case there's any discussion that needs to be had, but I'm stepping as far away as I can from the loot to be able to focus on running the raid properly. So any concerns for loot, if you guys have questions why something went somewhere, you don't agree why something went somewhere, or just a question in general about loot,
or why a best in slot fucking dagger drops and you just have a fuck for it, because
and then anything that needs to be
garbage
escalated to me will come to me from Nock. Again, loot's going to be distributed based on where we see the value. But if you are not putting in the effort, if we see people coming in with greens, people that have not even done the bare minimum to get gear, you are not getting gear. You guys should be ready coming in, and the expectation is that you are ready to raid. That was a big problem that we saw in the surveys, is that a lot of people did not think that loot should have gone where it did go. And I'm in agreement with that. That was part of the problem of entrusting the raid to do what should have been expected of them. So now Loot Council will be taking into account, are you putting in the effort to maximize what you're doing, right? And it goes within reason, right? I've got a work trip on March 10th. I'm calling out for that week. I will be in for raid, but obviously I can't raid from a hotel. So, right, there's understanding that comes with that. But if we're seeing week to week to week, you were just running one key and putting in one vault slot, that's not cutting it. That's not what a raider on this team should be doing.
No accountability.
Our timeline still a little shaky here. What I'm hoping will open up next week is Mythic Zero Dungeons.
Check
Cabo
Pet Goblin. March 4th.
March 4th.
Yep, next week is just strictly story mode shit.
Yep.
Anything Season 2 related, Dungeons, M0s, Heroic. March 4th.
Do we get heroics?
No, everything next week is still Season 1 stuff. Dungeon-wise.
Instant. All right.
Okay, so complete your stories. Make sure everyone gets through their stories, because
So it's
what I
all
expect to
story
see is
related
that
next week.
the continuation of those stories will unlock better gear and crests and things like that. So make sure you get that stuff done. Get prepared. Get your enchants. Right, buy them while they're fucking cheap right now. Go farm. Do whatever you need to prep. So then that pushes our timeline for 225. That's gonna go to 3-4. So I'll need to change this. It looks like we get everything on March 4th.
Yeah, there's no Heroic week, nothing. Everything unlocks.
So then week of 225 goes away. We obviously will be capped on crests. So I need to recheck the math, but you guys should be doing everything that you need to get gear. I want a minimum of 4 plus 6 keys, and a minimum of 8 plus 7 delves. That gets you heroic gear. And if you can, get a 10 the first week. I'm not expecting it, but we always have people with 10s on that first week. Just get them done. Don't worry about timing them. Just get them done. Get the mythic piece. But just remember that,
dude,
mythic
I don't have anybody who
crests
can
and
fucking
hero
do
crests
that. Like,
are
I
gonna
have
be
nobody
capped
to
over
run
time.
keys with on a
So,
regular basis.
just you want to go quantity over quality. The first year.
Just pug fucking 6s and a 10
Again, the plan for the first raid week is that we
as a
are
DPS.
going into normal clear. We're getting as much tier as we can spread around so that we get tier bonuses. And then once normal is cleared, that first week we're going into heroic week. If there's bugs or whatever in heroic that is stopping us from progressing, we are not going to bash our heads against the wall. We are immediately going into heroic and getting as much done as we can. The next week and beyond, I expect a minimum of 1 plus 10 key and a minimum of 3 plus 6s. This requirement will go away eventually as people get all of their gear, and we'll kind of wind down on these requirements.
That being the requirement
It is very, very important that everyone gets as much done as possible. The first month is the most important part of the beginning of a tier, because it allows for the quickest gear. You see the biggest strides in damage improvement, and so we want to keep on that momentum. And we'll stick with the plan that once we get into normal clear and we have everyone with their tier, normal will go to a Tuesday optional raid. If there is like specific trinkets or things like that that we need to get. And then we will strictly have Friday, Saturday for our progression nights. So whether that's heroic clear or our mythic, that's the plan. We spent, again, too much time in normal and heroic last season, and it pushed us back a week or two. So I don't want to have that.
No, not a week or two when you were on one boss for 2.
Raid add-ons and weak auras. You guys must have RC Loot Council. You guys must have method raid tools. You should already have those. Obviously, weak auras are mandatory. We want to try and standardize our weak aura packages like what we saw on Overnax, which I fucking pray to God that we never have a fight like that. But we want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So I ask that you guys get Kazi's Week Aura package when that releases. You need K's MRT timers. And then at a certain point, we will have the Northern Sky Week Auras pack, dependent on the fight in Mythic. But it shouldn't be needed for Heroic. So what we need going into this tier is focus for the first few weeks. Just focused on getting as much gear as you can, identifying big improvements, just learning your classes. The changes are going to be really big for a lot of you guys, so making sure that we understand those coming into raid. I don't want to be 3 weeks into the tier and people just realizing how to play their class. That needs to be figured out very quickly. As far as trials go, like I said, everyone is retrialing unless you're on that specific list. So it should be Faye, Tushy, Kahalarin, Runa, and Syl that will not have trials. Tanks will not have trials. So Maple and Cap, you're not trialing. Oh, wait, Cap, did I have you trialing?
You said I was trialing, but
Cap's trialing.
yeah, I don't.
But Cap will be our third tank for those fights where we don't need double DK. And then healers are not retrialing. The healing core is the
Basically, if you're DPS, you have to retrial unless you just did a trial right at the end of this.
There are a lot of class changes. I'm expecting to go mage next year now that we have Whiskey as enhancement shaman. And so that roster has been posted a couple times. I don't think there's been any changes there. So just do what we can. I have had people reach out for the Mythic Plus groups. The problem that we're having right now is we only have...
There aren't enough tanks and healers.
So we need more people to tank so that we can
There's 30 people.
I can set those groups by this weekend.
You're telling me there aren't 4 people that can tank?
Something out.
I mean, you can assign me to multiple groups, right? Like I'm like on the most.
Right, but if all the groups run at 7:30.
Well, sure. I mean, if there's like a group of people that can be on earlier, later, whatever, like I can make myself available.
Yeah, I think all of these groups are pretty much around the same time. So we'll figure this out. Again, if you want a Mythic Plus group for the first couple weeks, message me and let me know. And I will do my best to get you set up, or at least with a group of people that you guys can create keys with. Okay.
Not gonna work.
Any questions on
like
all of you guys?
the only days I can do keys
but
are Sundays, Mondays.
For this raid, and I've
but a raid on Tuesday to get trinkets, then that's a day that's off the table.
Yep.
Do alt raids.
Cap, go ahead. You've got the floor. You're going over bosses now.
Stupid. Going over bosses is stupid.
Strategies. Obviously, we will change the strategies that fit to our team. But what I wanted to cover here was just the basic understanding of the mechanics, so that we at least have a familiarity going into the boss fight of what the plan is. All right, take it away, Cap.
Hold on, I gotta pull up. All right. Yeah. So basically, like all of the fights in this tier are just like circle dodging fights, and then other stuff on top of that. So the first boss, Gear Grinders, is basically just super easy first boss. All the DPS and the healers are going to stack. There are 3 bikes that get spawned, and they like fixate certain people.
Hold on one second.
Do we have diagrams?
Do you have the raid plan pulled up?
No. I mean, I can.
Yeah, just the other one.
Yeah, just pull up the raid planner, stream, and then just move the things around and explain it.
Sure. Okay.
I'm not gonna watch this.
And then we'll post. May has diligently spent time drawing
Hell yeah, May drawings.
Mm,
Let's go.
Fucking beautiful.
They're really
They
good.
are amazing.
So we'll post those after Cap goes through his explanations to help reinforce what's going on.
Okay. Is this everybody can see this? Yeah.
I'm not watching.
Supposed to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so here's the boss, right? And so yeah, DPS, all the DPS, and the things for ambulance, right? So yeah, there's bikes. Shoots out 3 bikes at a time, and they fixate on random people. I don't actually know if they like go through you, like if they just deal damage. So like if they deal damage like to like the rest of the people, obviously you're just gonna like run to the back here and have them drop because we need to cleave them down. And then that's that whole mechanic. And then they're gonna leave the bikes on the ground, and then we have to shoot the bikes into the boss.
So then
when they
getting
die.
on the bikes, right?
Yeah, it's getting on the bikes, and it's like it's lining it up with the boss, and then pressing the button. I imagine.
Sometimes the boss might have to be
What?
moved to line up with the lines.
I'm sorry, I
You're
missed
not in
that part.
control.
You said that the heads do what? They go through?
Yeah. So
The-
put the
They,
boss.
they on PTR they dropped a line, and they also gave a buff.
It's a big orange line. It's like a column that goes.
Yeah,
Like a wind up.
that's yeah. Oh wait, that's not what I saw. I saw like the fixate line, like a thin, like orange line to the person.
On PTR when I tested this on normal, it was like a beam. It looked like a beam.
Is that going to the target or going to the boss?
It just pointed in a direction like a beam.
That's
Okay.
There's a random
Pull up a video and I'll screenshot it. Keep going.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if it's gonna deal AOE damage to other people, then obviously when you get fixated, you're gonna run to the boss away from everybody else. If it doesn't, then you can just stay stacked and you don't have to move, right? Obviously, because we want to keep them together to cleave and then just hop on the bikes and shoot them. Another mechanic is yeah, so the circles mechanic for this fight. Random people are going to get targeted with fire. The fire circle around them just puts a little small circle around them. You're just going to go backwards away from the boss and then come back in to drop your circles. And then there will be larger oil circles, which are going to be like big black circles around you. After however many seconds, those are going to fall off of you and leave
it's black?
a
How would
big
it guess?
oil puddle. You want to drop that under the boss, away from the group. If the bikes go over the oil, they get stunned.
The screenshot of the visual lines for the bikes are up in Goblins.
Let me see. Oh yeah, those definitely. Okay, yeah. So if you get targeted with a bike, you're running to the boss, away from the raid. What else? Oil. You cleave the bikes. Yeah, when they're dead, they're dead. Shoot them with the boss. Oh yeah, and so they have to be cleaved down quickly because if the boss ever gets maximum energy, shooting the bikes into the boss reduces his energy bar. If he ever gets to max energy, that's essentially enrage and kills you. After they charge, they can be stunned and gripped and CC'd. To like help with the cleave. At I think like 40%, he goes into a 45-second intermission, which is when we're gonna lust, and he takes extra damage for 40. For just like the entire lust is a damage amp, so like just kill him. And then after the intermission, I'm pretty
Thank
sure.
you for getting your officers, my friend.
Oh
yeah, no problem.
I actually
In the
forget what happens.
intermission, during the intermission, he gets the.
I haven't talked to her other than like.
So we are.
I don't know why they haven't
but
contacted
as
you,
come up,
and
that
that was kind of
reduced
it.
That damage boost.
The
right?
repairers, yeah,
On
yeah,
the
you gotta,
trial
you gotta,
list,
you gotta kick,
rest of it.
kick, stun, whatever.
Cast stun them every
She'll
little
probably get her
repairers.
spot
Yeah.
before I get my spot.
So those need to be stunned, lockdown, whatever, so that we have the maximum amount of time with the damage debuff. This fight is a fucking massive cleave fight, and if you looked at the all of the fights are massive cleave fights. If you looked at the damage breakdown for top DPS for the majority of these fights,
I
it is
mean,
death for warlocks.
the overall vibes of the guild are pretty good, but like
Fuck you.
sometimes
No,
this
those are bug
team,
frogs.
like
What?
I'm being
if
serious,
I
this
haven't
set
been
was
here the
broken.
whole time,
Jesus Christ.
there are
All right,
points
anyways,
in time
they're
where
all
I'm like,
cleave
this team
fights,
is
so
like a
you
little
guys
too
gotta
found
cleave
up.
in
There's
So
like
there's
motherfuckers.
ads and bullshit on all of these bosses. It's great. It's yeah.
A question about the bikes. If
I feel
for
like the
some
vibes
reason
in blue
one
and
of
what
those
is going
three
to be
doesn't
yellow,
die when they're cleaved,
the
will it
other
shoot
mythic team
out,
are gonna
or will
be
it select
more
another person and then charge out to them?
fun.
Or is it just like the one
Not
charge
that like
and then it
we
just
don't have
lives
fun
under
on
the
green
boss?
team, but
Maybe.
It's the one
it gets
charge
too
because the
serious
ads get off
sometimes.
the
People get too
Okay.
bent out of shape
So-
about
Cool.
like the expectations.
Okay, so quick and dirty.
Yeah,
this
that's
boss
the whole
we're gonna
boss.
be taking him around the wall, around the edge of the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Because like
motorcycles
behind
will
him
be-
is gonna get like filled up with poop, right? So we move up, I don't know, around.
He called this shit poop.
The motorcycles are going to get placed so that they run into the wall where the
So-
boss is being tanked at. So the raid.
They
is
have
gonna
gone
dodge
away
that,
from calling this a casual
leave your
mythic.
shit,
This is a
kill the ads,
mid,
and move into the intermission.
what
phase,
they are
get
deeming
hit by
mid
bats.
core
Very
Yeah.
easy fight for the first one.
mythic.
Yeah.
So it's like casual being like, oh, if we get the first 4 bosses by the end, cool.
And I
CE
assume there's some
being
sort of taunt
push,
swap
push, push, push,
that happens
push.
also.
CE,
Yes.
we did a good
Yes.
job. This is somewhere in the middle.
All of the guides that I've been watching says that there's 2 intermission phases, so we're lusting the first. A lot of them are also recommending saving your 2 and 3 minute CDs for that. Is that what you guys want as well from the DPS?
We'll see. DPS always kind of matters when we see it, but what I would say, since it's normal heroic, blow your loads. Put them on. CD.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine that we're seeing multiple.
it's
intermission
hard
phases in
to
normal and probably
categorize what
not
this team is
really, like,
supposed to
really
be versus
not
what
very
some of the
long.
people
We'll
on the
not
team
see more than one
expected.
in heroic too.
We'll see.
Like I
but
said,
for
this
right now, the
team, when it
strategy is
was
just gonna
on the inception of this
not
team,
listen
it was
full,
supposed to
blow your cooldowns
be,
on full. When we get into that
we're gonna go
intermission
in,
phase,
we're
we'll
gonna have
stay-
fun, we're gonna kill
Probably
some
s-
mythic bosses, but we're not
we'll
gonna
save
get
potions
all
for that.
sweaty about it.
I can't imagine this is gonna be.
Unfortunately,
No.
it's kind of turned into,
you're just pumping.
we're not
The
going for
tanky buff is
CE, but we're gonna be
25
kind of
seconds.
sweaty. And
There's also a
there's
buster
been a
as
lot
well
of
in this one.
turnaround on this team since its inception, and I'm not,
Specifically a bleed that
I don't know.
increases.
I don't know how I
Lasts
feel
for
about it.
25
I,
seconds
I've
in
yet to
cycle.
decide, like, my,
Okay, well, I can't
Mythic
imagine
rating
that
future.
it is.
'Cause I know I'm gonna
because
raid-
It wasn't even mentioned.
I'm
in the
gonna
video,
raid with
but
blue for
Well, I mean,
AOTC
it's just a basic
still,
tank
and then
mechanic.
when
Right.
We
the people
Alright,
for
I'll take
yellow
stand on that.
graduate out of
Any
blue,
questions on the first boss?
I don't know
No, sir.
if I'm gonna keep playing my warrior for that team or if I'm gonna move my rogue
Next one.
and then done with.
This is the T-Rex
Something
and
else.
the gorilla fight.
I guess it kind of depends on like how my trial goes.
So, the room is gonna be split in half.
You
We
need
have
an
to-
arrow or something.
I don't know actually how to draw. Oh wait, hold on.
There's an arrow right there.
This.
Kind of like
Okay,
a
cool.
gothic type fight.
There you go.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so, yeah, so we're gonna need to split the raid half and half. Like one tank on each side. You know, half healers, half DPS. On the T-Rex side, there's gonna be a bomb that you have to soak. There's gonna be there's a laser that you have to dodge.
A laser.
And then there are going to be smaller
Sharks with
circles that
lasers.
you need to dodge, and when they go off, they will shoot waves out.
Are the waves similar to like
Yeah, like the
Rashock, right?
Laser.
I guess
they're like
Yeah, that's
they're like
good.
the Anseric waves or like the the
Oh,
like on
okay,
the
yeah, yeah.
Ansark ads like that go out
So,
in the
so
star.
they're larger waves. They're not small little dinky ones.
The bombs that shoot them out, like they're little like bombs that shoot out lava waves. They're like not super huge.
Okay.
And like they don't get bigger as they go. They're just like they just go.
They're static. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One other thing to note here is that all of these fights have had graphic updates, or a lot of graphic updates. So what I've noticed in this raid is that Blizzard is trying to like really test those graphic things on the ground. So there's a lot of them, but they're very clear about what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And any mechanic that was a swirly in the past is now like a clearly defined circle with a super like clear edge. And that's what, like when I say circles, that's what you're gonna see. And it's like it's very easy to like know if you're in it or not in it, which is great.
Yes, defined edges on mechanics is a very good
so
thing.
that's your X side. You're just hitting the boss and dodging the mechanics. Gorilla side, you get this resource bar that you don't want to have it fill up. It fills up when you move a lot at once. So when you need to move, you need to just like shimmy and like not just like run for extended periods. Because when you're stood still, it goes down. It is gonna put it puts circles on you randomly that like drop a new circle like period like every second, like the tentacles on second boss in Palace. But the point being is you just move a little bit, drop the circle, move a little bit, drop the circle, and not like big moves. That's the entire gorilla side. When they get full energy, they charge into each other. At that point, you need to switch what side you're on because you're getting a stacking debuff. And then we also have to kill both of the bosses at like roughly the same time. But yeah, that's the fight.
Oh, so it's the
kind of
monk
like,
council fight.
Amalgamation on fucking second raid and Dragonflight. Except much bigger room. It's very clear when they charge each other, when you need to move and swap sides. I am not sure how bad the damage debuff is going to be if we have like warlocks and multi-dot classes sit in the middle and multi-dot and cleave off the two. So that might be something that we try later.
Well, yeah, like I don't know if like I don't know what the division is, right? Like if you're here, right, and you have range on both bosses and you're dotting both bosses,
if you're here,
I don't know if you get both debuffs. I don't know if it's that kind of thing.
And people don't know what here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to have them 40 yards apart. They have to be basically at both ends of the fight of the arena. So you.
True.
Like,
yeah, or else if they're close, they're immune. Right. So
is what it
you
is.
can't. Yeah, you can't. So you can't really multi-dot because of that.
Did you go over the fixate for the players on Torque?
Is that the T-Rex?
That is the gorilla.
That's Kong.
The fixate.
It's the hero. It's a heroic thing.
Voltaic image fixates on players for 12 seconds, leaving a void puddle if touched.
Oh yeah. Yes. Did I really not write that down? Yeah, wow, I just didn't write that down. Yeah, so there's, I think it's 3 at a time.
Perfect. Glad we're going over this. You didn't even write all the shit down.
Ghost gorilla that fixates you. They need to just, with like a duration bar underneath of it, kind of like the ads on Barthalas in Nathria. You just have to CC them until, they have too much health to kill. You CC them and like, with like long CCs, like, I think like Trap, like Sheep, stuff like that. Until their duration goes away and then they just pop. If they get to you, it's bad.
Barthalas and Nathria.
If they touch you, is that raid-wide damage?
Did I miss a fucking fight in Nathria? What fucking fight is that?
Sure.
It's if anyone within 10 yards takes damage. So just spread out that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on Monkey and Dinosaur?
But that ability, just everybody knows, it's just heroic only.
Yeah, I want to make sure that we're doing like we're planning for our heroic. Like normal is just going to be a face roll 90% of the time.
Boss also has an ability. If one of them die early, whatever boss is standing takes its damage is increased by 50% every 5 seconds, and then the range of some of the abilities is increased.
Yeah, it's you have to kill them with roughly the same time, or else it's in range.
The molting phlegm is also another thing.
Oh,
of
I got
note.
lunch.
Players pulse damage within 5 yards around themselves for
I
10
don't care.
seconds. Try not to overlap that, and depending on how bad it is, we might have to plan like
One's fine.
save at least one healer CD for that.
Yep.
Loaded fries sounds better,
I know,
but
like the room's massive.
I have to.
But I don't care. Whatever. Don't come to me with things you don't plan on making. Because then I want them.
I can totally make it. I just need.
Okay, we'll figure out which healers are going to be on which sides first. Normally, heroic, I just have the healers kind of wing it. So
for dinner, I can make pasta.
Be fine there, but yeah, if you want to save,
Or I can make loaded French fries. Loaded French fries sounds good. Pasta be faster. Hey, well then don't tell me that you can make loaded French fries.
The Dungeon Journal says it's 500,000 damage to all players within 5 yards. 1 second, 10 seconds. Every second for 10 seconds.
It's not too bad, I
Be
guess.
bugged, but
Yeah. Okay, cool.
quiet.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. I could tell they just wanted to play with the ground mechanics on this one. I'll be interested in seeing what Mythic really looks like. Okay, any questions on this one? I want to make sure we're getting through everything. Okay. Go ahead and go to the next one.
Rick Reverb. So.
Wick Weverb.
He's a DJ, man. He's actually not that big. Okay. Yeah. So kind of seems like a lot here, but it's not that big a deal. It's like Council of Blood and Nathria. There's gonna be shit that we have to drain. So yeah, range and healer.
That is not Council of Blood. That is fucking
amplifier thingies.
Minerva.
And they're gonna have circles around them, and they have a little bar under them. If the bar gets to 100, I don't remember what it does. It's bad though. You gotta so range and healers are prio, and you have to also have to tank the boss away from the amplifiers that he puts down.
Both of those bosses.
So yeah, range and healers are gonna have to drain, like go close to them and like click on them to like drain.
Nerva was not fun. I don't remember doing it on Mythic. I think we did do it on Mythic with the team I was on at the time, but I don't remember finishing it, and I never did.
And like when you're draining, you take damage.
Council of
and then you
Blood
get a
on.
debuff if you like drain again. You.
I
Take
never
even more
sashayed
damage, so
left.
you have to rotate who's draining. There's gonna be red circles that get put out. If you get hit by 2 circles in a row, you get MC'd.
If the council's actually
so really bad. There's also
I never had the joy of that one.
There's gonna be blue circles that you have to spread for, and there's ads that you have to kill.
So let's dig into the mind control. The circles from what I saw are fucking hard to see. And they looked semi-fast, so we need to be very careful there. This one is one that like I need everyone to watch the video on, because there's just so much going on that you need to understand what like each of these things looks like. We can explain it, but until you see it, you probably won't understand what's going on.
Here's how I know Jackson's not paying attention. He's not even answering my DM.
Quick, I think.
I think it's like I think the video said it's like 5 seconds or something, or less than that even.
Yeah. So not too bad. And then you get broken out by damage. So if we have a lot of damage going out, then it should be broken out.
But it will walk you towards the boss. So if you're walking through a bunch of stuff, you might still take
Yeah.
Exactly.
This boss actually cleaves also, so it's gonna need to be pointed away from the raid. However, I spin it. But yeah, just you face it away from the raid too. Anything else you wanted to say? Fire before I next phase of the fight.
Before you move on,
Okay.
the absorb pillars.
Yeah.
I'm assuming while we're in there absorbing, it's a channel on it.
Yeah.
Are I'm guessing mechanics are going to be hitting those people as well, yeah.
I guess.
So what would happen if you're mid-channel and you get double hit with a swirl?
I mean, you don't have to like drain it to 0 in one go. You just need to make sure that it's not going to full.
Maybe I'm overestimating how much damage you take. So when you cancel your channel, you take like additional damage from channeling it again, yeah?
If only if you channel again, right? So you don't have it. So like you don't have a debuff. You're like fresh, and the thing's getting like it's like at 75% or whatever. You run up and you start channeling on it, right? And then you're going to be taking like some damage while you're channeling it, right? You take the same amount of damage. You could drain it from 90% to 0 as long as if you don't get off of it, you're just taking the same amount of like normal damage the whole time.
Okay.
Once you get off of it, you get a debuff for an amount of time. Whereas if you would go to another one and start to channel, you're going to take double damage than you normally would.
The 45-second debuff that stacks.
Okay. And are we gonna we're gonna want set groups for these then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll set those groups up when we get in there.
One question.
Mhm.
What denotes it being an active pylon? Any energy at all, or just it getting off? Because noise pollution is an increase of 25% for each active pylon.
That happens whenever if it's a pylon that stays up after the first phase, basically. There's one that will stay up after he goes up into the
Yeah,
air.
like there's a whole intermission in a phase 2 that I haven't gotten to.
Yeah,
and it's an additional damage from that being still up.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, Kev.
So hold on, where am I on my little sheet here? Okay, yeah. At 100 energy, there's going to be one amplifier that has a big blue circle around it. Every single person in the raid has to get into that circle, or you get one shot by his sound wave that he like shoots out from him. It's like like the Queen circle, right? And you literally will get popped up straight in the air and it'll go under you. Yeah. So there's that, and then all of the amplifiers go away except for one, and then the phase 1 recycles. And then once he fills up his energy again, you do that small intermission where you get popped up in the air again, and then 2 amplifiers will stay, and then 3 and then like that's like a soft enrage of the fight. Like you have to kill him before there's too many amps.
Yep. So let's dig into that. So we're going into the intermission here. Put down one more pylon for me. Put a circle over one of them. Or draw a circle over one of them. Whatever. What's going to happen is one of these pylons is going to have a circle around it, just like the Anseric bubble. Everyone needs to run to that circle, and then the boss is going to shoot out a wave, just like Anseric does. And everyone that's within the circle of the pylon will be knocked up as soon as that circle hits. As soon as the boss circle hits. Okay, so that boss circle.
I didn't mean to call you that.
Jumps over it. Anyone that is not inside that pylon will die. And then we come down to the ground. That pylon's gone. The next pylon, which is random, will have a circle around it. Everyone needs to get to that next pylon.
Yeah.
So pylon number 2, we have a circle. Everyone gets there. Same thing. Boss shoots out a giant circle. Everyone gets. I don't know what you were drawing.
You really? I was
crossing it out.
I was trying to box. I was trying to box it to do that.
It's gone.
And then then the next one.
Then everyone runs to the next one.
To the next one.
Yep.
And then it blows this one up, right? Oop.
And then gone. And then the next one.
And then you do it again, and then again, and then you go back to phase 1.
Yep.
But
one off.
but one pylon does stay the first time.
Correct.
And then the second time, 2 pylons will stay, 3 pylons will stay.
Yeah. So this will be a roar. Like, we're gonna call out the phase before it happens.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna kind of get near the pylons. We'll roar, get to the pylon, and just stay alive. Range gets the DPS melee. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then
This is this seems pretty hostile raid to melee.
yeah. So that's pretty much the fight. Just manage pylons. Try not to get mind controlled for too long. If you get mind controlled, people are welcome to pat on you to break you out.
Yeah, true. It'll probably be, it has to be like the mind control damage is going to be removed from logs.
Yeah, but what are we drawing here?
There is a.
I'm just drawing lines. That's all. Nothing.
There's like a soften rage. You can only do that. The second phase 3 times.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Or else there's too much juice to.
Too much juice.
Gotta suck.
I hate when there's too much juice.
Yeah, this is the first fight that like requires any amount of brain power. Of the raid, the first 2 are free.
And isn't the boss immune in the second phase?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think he is.
Yes.
He might be though. He is. Okay. So then. Cool.
Okay. So
Can't
he's
hit him,
immune. So there's no point in anyone doing damage.
Yeah,
You're-
it's
you're-
just
you're
get in
pylons.
the circle, circle the circle, circle. Yeah, and there's no like different than Ansarek, I get right. Like nobody has to click anything or stand. Just get into the circle at anywhere. It's gonna pop you up automatically.
All right. Cool. Any questions there? Clarifications that people feel need to be made? Okay. Next.
So this is kind of a lot on this fight. So this is Styx Bunk Junker. This is the Katamari Damacy fight.
This is my favorite fucking fight.
Yeah. All right. So there. So people like I think 3 people are gonna get chosen, and they
People are gonna be
need to- so there's
chosen.
gonna be- where's the trash? Oh, here, garbage pile. Yeah, there's just gonna be garbage and just poop everywhere, like just piles all over the arena. Just like literally everywhere. Okay. When you get chosen, you're gonna get like a ball. And you're gonna like become a ball, and you need to roll your ball over the garbage from pile to pile to pile to increase
Oh wow,
the
it
size
really
of
is
your
the
ball.
Katamari ball. All right.
There are also little small ads. I don't know where they are here, but anyway, there's like small ads also. Once your ball is big enough, I'd imagine the WeCore might tell you, or like you'll just.
Once your balls are
learn
big enough,
visually, you can suck
can
up the
release
ads
them
in your ball too.
Oh, you can suck up
and
ads in your
then
balls.
Once your ball is big enough, you need to run it into the boss to do a bunch of damage. And if there's
Gotta get
ads
your
in
balls
it,
big enough to
then
suck
they
up
take
the
a bunch of
ads,
damage,
and then you gotta
they're
get
at
your
the
balls
boss
big
and
enough
take
to
them down.
smash the boss.
One of the people who have the ball need to need to not run into the boss, and there will
What's
be a
up,
big bomb.
Fioris?
Big bomb.
We're talking
somewhere.
about
And
we're
once
talking about the
once your
raid.
ball is big enough, and I imagine we'll
He's
find
explaining
to do that.
He's explaining a
Um,
boss
You
mechanic
have to roll your ball into the
that is
bomb,
like
or else
Katamari.
and it's bad.
So apparently you get
What
this
else?
ball and you like run it over junk and it
Are we
picks
good?
it up.
Are we good so far?
And then once the ball's big enough, you can suck up the ads in the room. And then once the ball's even bigger, you can run it in.
Yeah. So I just want to clarify the difficult part here is going to be that random people are going to be getting selected. We can't choose who gets selected, so we need everyone to be equally strong.
I mean,
with
I'm not paying
needing
attention to
be-
anything that they're like. They've got like the whole like raid preview window up, and they're like drawing shit, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
And
You can talk about this till
call
you're
out
blue in the
who's
face.
running
I'm not
the
gonna
bomb,
understand it until we actually
who's
do
running
it.
into the bomb, who's running into the boss. So it's an
And of course you can have
everyone
a
job,
hook.
this one. Right, you go over. Nick.
There,
Yeah. So okay, there's also going to be some garbage piles with bombs attached to them that have to be DPS to, and then at 50%. And so if you run your balls into those, that's bad. You take damage. So at 50%, the bombs will detach, and then they can be stunned and CC'd and everything and then killed. And then the garbage pile that they jump off of can be used in the balls. There's also going to be blue circles that you have to dodge, which are, circles. And then players will also get targeted with red fire circles, and if those are by a garbage
Oh my
pile,
god! I don't even.
When they pop, they.
I want you to know,
ignite the
Fioris, this is probably the
garbage
first clip
and
of this
make it
stream that's
pulse
been
rate
done
damage for
in like a year.
So that's really good. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah. When the boss gets to full. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying there's an interrupt in there too.
Yeah, I don't remember the last clip that was made.
Yeah, it's the jump.
It's the mythic. It's the mythic.
Oh, I didn't look at anything.
When you average 3.7 viewers and 0.7 of them are bots.
Sure.
And the other one is FK.
It is.
Not a lot of clips
She's
happening.
bidding on a contract right now. Let
That's
her bid.
right. That's right.
Yeah. What's up?
We're good, Cap. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So at the when the boss gets to full energy, that's when there's a small intermission before repeating this first phase. But just like Rick Reaver, there will be 2 bombs that you need to explode with the garbage balls the second time.
The garbage balls.
So it's like a soft enrage again.
I have to walk.
That's it.
I don't even know what I said.
Okay, so very important. Everyone gets as much practice as they can rolling.
Very important. Everybody should pay attention.
And not hitting trash with bombs in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? We're probably doing this one third. I'm so excited to fucking see this fight.
Did you go over
sure.
demolish
When
and
you say-
meltdown for the tanks?
It's just tank debuffs.
Well, what are the tank debuffs? So
Demolish is basically going to be your tank swap. It increases your damage taken by 100%. Meltdown is also a damage over 3 seconds. So healers might have to prioritize the tank that has the meltdown on them. In heroic
The
levels,
meltdown!
potentially. Most likely on mythic for sure.
okay, thank you.
Take a look at.
Fire, when you say it's important everyone gets practice, like, what does that look like to you? Like, if I'm attending raid and not getting the ball mechanic, is it like?
Yeah. So what I don't want to have happen is someone gets this mechanic and go, "What is this?" and not do anything.
Sure. Okay.
I want everyone
watching videos is important.
Yeah, and assuming you are going to be picked and being excited when you're going to get picked.
Yeah.
Another way
What
to
the fuck
practice
am
it
I
outside
talking
of
about,
Elf Farms
Fioris?
is to go into LFR or.
This sounds like
Unsuccessful
something you would say.
That was my question. Is would okay? Yep.
Yeah, and I mean it's just you're just in a vehicle, so like as long as you can like steer your character, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Epic, it says start with small trash until you get to medium size, and then do the medium trash to get to large size.
Yes.
It's like those mini phone fucking games where you roll over top of small shit and you gradually get bigger, and as you get bigger, you can collect bigger
Globs.
shit.
Oh, you mean like the worm ones?
Yeah.
What?
It's essentially what it is.
Yeah. So you if you have a small trash pile, you won't be able to pick up medium. You won't be able to pick up large. You have to pick up smalls, and then you'll grow it. Then you can pick up small and medium. Then you can pick up small, medium, large.
And
So
then
being able to discern what is a small, medium versus large trash pile, and like what has a bomb, is very important, because you're just running around the room, just like seeing trash. So you have to be able to recognize these different things.
You mentioned the hyenas, the heads, that they have a healing debuff.
No, I don't know. I don't. Is that mythic only?
No, the hyenas put a dot on players that
Hyenas?
do damage and decreased
Now we're talking about hyenas?
infected bite.
They basically needed to be
6748.
tanked away.
Reduce healing, all healing by 10% for 10 seconds.
Basically,
It's a disease.
This fight, along with the electromagnetic sorting and the incinerator, along with that and a couple of other things, this is probably going to be the pseudo heal check boss. So
Good. Should be easy for us.
We got this.
Okay. Any other questions on this boss? It's pretty. I wouldn't say straightforward, but it's very interesting. Not for my least favorite boss.
Yeah, this is gonna fucking suck.
oh god, the conveyor belt boss.
Yeah, this ball is so stupid. Okay, so yeah, first thing I have written down here is don't stand in lightning. So there's gonna be lightning that he's gonna electrify portions of the like arena, I guess.
It's like
don't
Grimworld.
don't stand in those. You're also gonna have to get
Franz.
Yeah. And also this black part in the center of the room, there's a conveyor belt there. I don't know why it's just black.
It's just black, yeah. But this is like standable terrain.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not. These aren't even holes either. I'm pretty sure you can stand on these
think
too.
they're conveyor belts.
They both are, yes.
Oh my
and they
god.
move the opposite direction of the center one.
Okay.
What do I need Awaken Frost for?
Draw some conveyor belts.
Oh, I'll draw. I'll get right on that. I'll draw some conveyor belts. Hold on. I can't even move the circle. Conveyor belts. Okay.
Impressive.
Let's see. Yeah. So there parts of the room get electrified. You can't stand in the electrified areas. You're gonna get circles on you. Obviously, move. Don't stack in those. So there's 3 inventions that he can like activate. And when there's only one in the first go through, that you can only activate one at a time. The first one is there's going to be lines of fire. That's going to be a red line. And they're like not super wide. Like I think it's like 2 per side.
I thought it was 3 total, but I could have been.
Oh, it might be 3. Yeah, whatever. There's these right that go across. All just stand in here, right? Like not in them, right? The next thing is there's gonna be little rockets, like literally like the cartoon like Wowhead rockets that get shot across in a bunch of different directions. Dodge those.
And it is random. It does not target anyone. It just picks a side and it shoots.
Kind of like bullet bills.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
What the fuck?
And then the last mechanic, the last one is the conveyor belt will get these little magnet thingies on it, and that will suck you towards the middle, and like deal damage if you get to the middle. So you have to run. You just have to run against it. There will also be mines randomly put down, like in these sort of squares here. And they so they have like a timer on them, and they need to be stepped on by us to blow them up until they like blow up themselves. But they put a debuff on the whole raid when they get blown up, So you want to like blow one up, let the debuff go off, blow up the next one, let it debuff go off, blow up the next one. So like not all at once. Kind of like the like Skarmorak, right? Like you don't want to blow up all the balls at the same time.
Yep. So we will split up the raid here.
Yeah.
Into probably 2 different sides and just have like north side, south side.
Yeah.
And we'll just call that.
Again. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and to make that even more fun and mythic, they give you a polarization buff, red and blue again.
Yeah, that's what these are for. But yeah. All right. Shockingly, when the boss gets to full energy, there's an intermission. And so basically he shoots out a bunch of shit all at once that you just gotta dodge for 20 seconds. There's lines, there's circles.
I don't have to make shit.
It's like just all dodging.
Everything was overpriced.
And then he goes back to phase 1, and then the inventions get upgraded. And then he one invention gets upgraded the first time, and then the second time he goes back to phase 1, 2 inventions get upgraded. The upgrades are the fire lines are now much wider and they're purple. The rocket
not just much wider, they're fucking massive.
They're huge, yeah. The Wowhead rockets, the random rockets, are also much bigger. And I don't have anything written down for the pullers, the magnets. So it might just be like it pulls harder. I don't know.
The Magnetize invention pulls players towards it, stunning on impact.
Is that the upgraded version?
That's in phase 1.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
when it's activated, that's what it does.
So just a bigger pull. So we'll probably have roar
In the
total
stun,
for that.
I don't think they pull stuns normally. If you hit.
So the real question is, now that I've done my
if
auction
it gets
house,
upgraded, then maybe it has the stun aspect.
Stun, right.
Okay.
yeah,
and that's this fight.
Yeah, so in that intermission phase where there's just like shit flying around for 20 seconds, that is all personals, that is everyone staying alive, that is whatever else going on, like your job's to stay alive there. The entire room is electrified, so it's just a ton of damage. I was really thinking this one was going to be the heal check because of those intermissions. But we'll see what the damage looks like. It's just going to be pure fucking chaos.
That intermission has a heal absorb that has to be healed. Everybody gets it. So it has to be healed off. So damage you take is not necessarily directly being healed until the healers can get the heal absorb off.
Yeah, it'll probably be that's when you're using your potions, and then Hellstone's on the second one.
The 2 million absorb.
Did you go over the tank movements?
Per person.
No.
Pyro Party Pack, tanks explodes 6 seconds after you guys get this, and it's a raid-wide damage, but you can lessen that damage by being farther away from us. But you also have Gravy Gunk. The tank gains a
I have no idea who
stacking
the person is
damage,
talking.
and a movement speed reduction. So it hinders you from getting away from us.
I hate these.
I imagine you can just I imagine you just get freedom out of it or lusted out of it, like.
Well, okay, so what was the first one?
Pyro Party Pack.
Pyro Party Pack. Okay, needs to get away. Then Gunk.
Gravy Gunk.
Gabby Gunk.
Gabby-
Gabby Gunk.
Oh
Gabby
my god. Okay.
It's just it's a taunt swap, and then the not active tank just runs away. It's fine. It's
well
not hard.
I get the idea. Like one of us has to move out when we swap.
Yeah.
It's simple enough. I guess we just need someone to cast freedom if we have the fucking slow, the stupid name.
Yeah. See, we'll see if you can like AMS it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I bring it up is because we have 2 DKs and we might have to like
we have
figure out a way to get the fuck away.
Well, hold on. There's plenty of stuff. Death's Advance, Wraith Walk, Spatial Rift for Void Elf. bracelet. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. We
I
got this.
think we can manage. It just
Yeah.
depends on like how we manage the slow debuff.
Right. And if it, turns out that doesn't work, I tank this boss and I heroic leap away. Like.
Right, and it's only on the tank, right? That's gets
It's
us
only
all
on
good.
the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
we
fine.
we have other things to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just don't want us to be surprised, like when that taunt swap happens and we need to get away. Being surprised by like, oh, we're slowed, or we need to account for certain things. So it's a good call out. Yeah, this boss is going to be fun to figure out.
This boss is going to be Overnax.
No, no way.
Well, I mean, where it's positioned in the raid, yeah, it is.
No, because this would be 6.
No, this is 5.
Well, we could do this number 2.
Sure, okay, but no one's going to do this number 2.
All right. Any other questions about this giant clusterfuck? I'm getting anxiety just looking at the picture.
I don't know. The next one's the one that gives me anxiety.
That's the slot machine, right?
The slot machine.
Yeah.
Oh, really fun.
This one's sick.
Yeah.
This one's fun.
You get haste and coins and stuff. Oh my god. Please.
Oh, good.
Okay. The one-armed bandit. Where's he at? He's a big boy. Let's make him. Okay. So he drops out 3 ads. With a different symbol on their heads. And
spread those out because they don't come out like that.
Well, sure. Okay. All right. But I mean, we're gonna tank them together to cleave them. Okay. So yeah. So when you kill the ads, they drop tokens, and there are. Do we have the different things?
All right.
No.
I have it on. I'm on PTR. If you want to.
Yeah, I mean,
all the shit.
What shit?
What do you mean?
Each different reward.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole bunch.
Yeah. Hold on. Fabulous prizes. So they drop a different like marker. So it's either a fire one, there's a fire one, there's a coin one, there's... I'm trying to look at Capo's screen, it's so small.
It's Shock and Flame is the first one.
Yeah.
The second one is Shock and Bomb. The
Yeah.
third one is Flame and Bomb. Fourth one is Flame and Coin. Fifth one is Coin and Shock. And the last one is Coin and Bomb.
Yeah, so those are the 6 like combinations that you have to dump into the boss. And then once the 6 combinations have gone in, phase 2 starts. And once the ads die, they drop their token of these different colors on the floor that you have to pick up. Also, while this is happening, there's rolling poker chips that just like go across the room.
Yeah, let's clarify that. There are fucking massive chips that roll across the room. These things are not small.
They really didn't look that big, but I believe you.
They're not poker chips. They're tables rolling.
Okay. They're tables rolling. But yeah, they like just roll in a line. They roll in a line until they hit a wall, and then they fall over. Obviously you're gonna dodge them, but you want to dodge like close to them, because if you do that, you get a buff. You get a haste buff. When they fall over on the ground on the wall, somebody can go over to them and pick them up and roll them again to like give more people opportunities for haste, right? And there's that. and then yeah. So that's happening while we're dunking these combinations of coins in.
But we do not want to get hit by them because they do damage. It's not going to be mandatory to go keep like chain rolling these fuckers. Like if we have the opportunity, we'll call it out and roll it and get the buff. But I don't want to like have someone run around the entire time like throwing tables at the group. Just the hope that we get a good lineup to get haste.
Yeah.
If you see them come out, feel free to take the risk and try and get the haste buff by standing close to them while they roll by you. But it is by no means mandatory at this point until I see damage.
It's a damage buff.
Yep.
And movement speed.
And healing.
Yep.
Not haste. And you have to.
Oh,
I thought you had to roll them back.
No, it's only if you get near
near miss. If you get a near miss, then you get the buff. So yeah, so that's phase 1. And then after we've dunked the 6 combinations into him, phase 2 starts, and there's no more of these of the token ads or the coins. That stops. But there is these shock coils. I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna move. Oh my god. Hold on. We're just gonna start over. All right. So there's a boss, and there's gonna be these these shock coils that are on the ground, and they are gonna put a line from them to the boss. These lines, and to each other. And so if you get hit by these, you're dead. So the boss is going to get kited around the room in this phase. There are also going to be fire lines that you have to dodge. I think they're like blazes. And then there's also going to be the boss is going to drop these clouds that you have to. That's why we have to keep the boss moving around. But these tethers are like the biggest, like most visually like thing that's going to happen. Like they're huge. And that happens to the end of the boss.
So there will probably be a week or to track the combinations that we put in.
Almost certainly.
Because there's no way I'm gonna remember that.
Right.
So just be on the lookout for that. If you guys see one, send it over to me and I'll take a look.
I imagine it'll be in the normal pack. No.
We'll see. I mean, it could not. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. This boss does not seem to me to be too difficult. Like if there's a weak ore.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know why a slot machine puts out gas either.
Oh, I mean, look.
There is a dispel also, and when the person is dispelled, they shoot out flame waves. So it's gonna have to be a managed dispel.
Is it a single dispel or multiple?
Did you just fucking say a dispel fight?
Yep.
It's not a mass dispel fight.
No, it's not. Well, yeah.
I'll be back next year.
Doc just got really.
He's got PTSD
excited.
from experiments.
It's just a couple. Like it says, random debuffs. So I'm assuming like 2-3 people. I'm not sure how many will get the debuff. They need to position themselves so when they get dispelled, the fire doesn't go into like melee.
Dear God.
It's
dodge
called Withering Flames. Debuffs a random player. When dispels, it shoots fire waves. It pairs with Nope, that's a different boss. But yes, it's called Withering Flames. It's a random debuff, and it's a single debuff. When it's dispelled, yeah, it's single, and it shoots fire waves. So that person is going to have to move out of the raid, be dispelled, move back in.
Okay, so it doesn't replicate then.
Yeah, come on.
No, it's not. It's not a AIDS fight.
Yeah, just dispel the debuffs and dodge shit.
No, don't just dispel it right away. That's a good way to kill the raid.
One healer will be calling who needs to get out. Okay. Any other questions on this boss? I hope he drops a lot of gold.
That'd be funny. This whole raid should drop like increased gold. Oh, it's a heart.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it's an
no,
upside down
it's
heart.
it is not a heart.
It is not a spade. It is an upside down
this
heart.
this boss is my least favorite.
He looks really fun, actually.
I'm glad that you guys thought it was a spade and heart. I thought it was something else.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, that's
back
not a
boss.
heart, man. What do you
Oh.
mean?
It's that cake.
No, it's not a can. What are you talking about?
Mm.
Listen,
All right,
I'm on the same
all right,
page.
all right, all right, all right. Go
All right,
for it, Cap.
so Muggsy.
Fucking bull.
Pretty. Oh, gotta go this way. Pretty cool boss, actually. So yeah, depending on what side of the room he's on, is which head is in charge. And they gain energy. So let's see.
Alright, so nobody's doing Mythic Zeros.
I didn't see fit to write down which side.
Arab
is
is helping
but
people
One of the
with-
sides.
Mug is right, Z is left.
Oh, that's not helpful either. So so when he's on one of the sides, you have to kill ads. There are bombs that fixate. So it's I say spread. You have to spread for the fixate bombs. And then after those bombs go off, there are small circles that people need to soak. So like one bomb, it will explode into like I think it's like 4 or 5 little small soaks.
Yeah, that's this side. That's metal side.
Okay.
The door is at the bottom of the picture for your orientation.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying was right?
Right is Mug, left is Z.
So we're talking about Mug now.
Oh, you're talking about Z.
Fuck.
Z does the mines.
Yeah,
Okay.
the mines are Z.
Yeah, okay.
One eye,
Great.
2 eye.
Hold on, what's up? Okay. Also, there is a big soak that looks like the Smolderon soaks that a bunch of people have to soak. And then when that goes off, a bigger ad is spawned, and you have to kill the ad because he leaves down fire puddles on the ground, and it restricts the amount of playable space. What else? He puts out a big line from like the front of him, and the tanks need to soak that. And then he will spin and target a random player, and then do a big frontal. Everyone needs to dodge that except for the chosen player. And then go ahead.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out how we're gonna handle the bombs because video wasn't as clear as I would like it to be. So the bombs are one concern that I have. The bombs that walk towards people.
Yeah, I mean we're not raiding until Friday, so we get to see like 4 days of Race to World First splits doing this.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. Go ahead. What else?
No, you're good. That was the only concern that I have on this side.
Sure. So Kix.
Nope, go ahead, finish the other side.
Okay. So shockingly, the boss is an energy bar. You need to have him switch sides before he gets to max energy, or he kills you. So at like 90 energy or whatever, we switch sides, and he completely resets the energy. You can't keep going back and forth because there's like stacking debuffs that go out, obviously. So anyway, okay. So on this right side, this is Mug, I guess, right? Yes.
Yeah,
The
it's
opposite.
Mug.
Yes.
Yeah.
The right
Okay.
side is Mug.
Okay, great. So there are circles that we need to spread for and soak. The boss needs to be. Oh yeah. There's gonna be 2 circles. Half of the raid needs to be in each of the circles. When they go off, they put a wall up like Neltharion in Aberrus. The boss needs to be away from those rings. And each inside of each of the rings there's gonna be an ad. You have to kill the ad to break out of the room. Everybody outside of the room will get targeted by snowballs. And you need to like bait your the ball's arrow into the walls to help them. You can like break people out like faster. What
Snowballs?
Else?
Exactly.
Kill the ads to break out. Outside players shoot arrows at the rock walls. There's also a frontal where people have to.
Have I seen your clip about snowballs? No.
And people have to dodge. That's the fight up until the 40% intermission.
To me, the biggest thing on this fight is you can get so many different mechanics that you got to react differently to. You can get a circle, you can get a fixate, you can get the boots. I think you called it snowballs.
I'll whisper in Discord once I find it. Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of have
Okie
to,
doke.
for me, like I have to have DBM set up so it very clearly tells me what I have, so I know how I have to react to each.
And if that wasn't enough, there's also an interrupt.
Yep. Well, we're gonna be getting into the next phase, which is gonna be even crazier.
Yeah. So at 40%, there's a small intermission where he's gonna charge a random player, and then he does like 2 cones from each of his arms, and he like spins around while he's like shooting shit out of his arms. And he does that like
was
I think
knocking me
3
down
times
with snowballs. Uh-oh.
until he goes into actual phase 2. And then phase 2 has all the mechanics from both sides for the rest of the fight at the same time, no matter where he is on the map, and there's no energy bar. And you have to kill him before he kills you.
Yep.
And phase 2 is Lust. Yeah.
Yeah, it is absolute fucking chaos.
Yeah. I feel like the conveyor
fucking
belt boss
snowballs.
is meant to like prepare you for this boss, just like the amount of stuff that's happening.
So we're.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like if we had.
That's funny.
It's gonna be really bad with lag.
Yep.
So yeah, once we get into that burn phase, like, do your best to deal with the mechanics, but like he needs to die.
Yeah.
Or they.
Yes.
Is it multiple?
It. I don't know. Well, I mean, it has one name. It's Muggsy, right?
Is it a shared health pool?
Yeah. Okay. So it's one.
Well, no, it's just it's one entity. Like it's one target.
Yeah. If you cut off one head, then it's
that's true.
dead, right?
Well, there's not 2 health bars. It's one dude.
Yeah.
Like it's a boss. Yeah.
Okay. That clarifies that. And then there's no testing done for Galliwick, so we're just gonna kind of chill out until we get some information that isn't from the journal for Galliwicks. And
wait, I didn't pay attention to what boss it was.
The appropriate
boss
time.
were you?
Muggsy. You mentioned that Muggsy works by stacking on the side.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, is that Shrine of the Storm?
Pulsing damage that comes out.
Oh my god. That is the
So
wow.
do healing CDs then?
What a super troll.
Defensives there too.
Yeah.
Afterwards, there's 2 minutes of kind of a light pulsing damage.
I can see why you were upset.
Yeah. It's a very hot, friendly fight.
Cool.
Okay. Any questions?
I'm gonna end up making me
this boss
over
or
60,
any other
12
boss that we've
hours straight.
covered?
60?
I will now be pasting for your enjoyment May's drawings of these boss fights.
They're gorgeous.
Let's go.
Jesus. If I listen.
Oh, posting.
If I had a team
Have
to
Muggsy
do
done
stuff
yet,
with,
Sorry.
Yeah, don't do much.
I would probably do that. But
Hold on, I gotta post
Oh,
these
I don't
like
know.
really
I
slowly.
couldn't.
Might be
I couldn't do that.
actually
Couldn't.
fun to see.
It's not the 12 hours that's hard. It's like
It would
having
just
12
be
hours
like
of stuff.
the
Like I can't
third
even put
one that I
together
did,
3
the
hours of stuff to do,
chaos.
let alone 12.
Where are y'all posting these?
Shit.
In fact,
In the fat goblin.
Oh, okay, there it is.
All right, we're all going on.
I summon you,
Gotta keep
Pikabyte.
Rated.
So this
You
is-
don't ever plan
you did a
anything,
pretty good
but
job. I use these to follow Cap.
but you at least do like
so
keys with a
most of
group
them
of
made
people,
sense.
or you do raid with a group of people. Like I don't
this is
have
still
a group of
reinforced.
people to do stuff with.
You may spend a lot of time and effort on these.
We
and they
can
look
do
very
that.
good.
Great job. Look at all this.
Yeah.
Can we
Was
get
that
them
still?
pinned? Can we get them pinned for people to like quick reference them during raid?
I'm gonna
Oh my
save-
god.
rotate my background. My desktop.
Like
Yeah,
compile them into a doc and then like post the doc.
Yeah, we can do that.
You're gonna have to pin it fire.
What? Oh, really?
Yep.
I can't pin.
This just says robot BFFs
Man.
must die at the same time.
It's true.
They're gorgeous.
Sock 'em bop
Thank
from
you.
debuff swap.
Get a.
Let me see if I can.
I was dying earlier when I was reading.
I was
them all.
stream friends
just
in that group,
cracking up
but
laughing.
never had a set group. I plugged it all.
Those names are not that far off from what the actual names of
They're
the villains
amazing.
are.
I guess okay. I guess I should say that like you have a
Oh
group
my
of
God,
people
I love the art
that
on
are
the
willing to
front
get on and
painting.
help you do stuff.
Oh my god.
Whereas
You make
I
a new
have a
topic
group of
where you
people
do raid and just list each
just
boss
do
and
like
just
random
boss?
shit on their
Okay, so
own.
I'm spending so much time
And so
copying
getting
these
an
out.
organized group
Fucking
together
our
is very
group
difficult.
chat.
And like even if I wanted to get the boys to help me, one, that's 3 DPS because the demon hunter could potentially tank, but he doesn't know the mechanics. The monk could potentially heal, but he doesn't really know how. So you've got 3 DPS.
About that kicks. If
That's what
we
a
talk with Salem.
Babe, you should put this shit on Reddit. Make a TikTok out of it or something.
Put it on Reddix.
No, plurals.
Glory.
Reddits. Okay, that.
I guess that's my point. It's not that you have like a set group of people, but you
I
have
will
people
go put these
that
into
will
a
do
document
stuff.
or figure out a better way to display them to the team for further viewing enjoyment. But this is what we're doing right now.
Google presentation.
Further viewer enjoyment for my viewers.
Anytime I'm in a bad mood, I'm just gonna start reading those because they're the most fantastic.
So I told her I asked her to do this starting yesterday, I think. And you can notice she gets.
Grandma's been
more and
asking
more
you into keys.
comfortable,
That's pretty cool, though.
Like drawing these all up, and then the last one she's just so fucking fed up with.
I'm
there's no
so
patience.
close to having like a group of people that I run with.
Pictures. There are fucking pictures. There are fucking pictures, but there's a theme because he's.
Here's
a
the
boss.
difference. I looked
He's
at
like a
your
boss, and
breakdown
there's
of season
another
1,
assistant.
and I
He
looked at my
follows the
breakdown of
theme.
season 1,
He's
and I'll
like,
tell
"Oh,
you that you
open to
do not
overtime.
win.
Prefer 9 to 5.
Sprocket Monger Lock and Stock is my favorite. I just
Look, as long as it has the same.
You have
feelings
timed
when I read the Sennar
mini
forums, we're
12s, or at least done mini 12s. I didn't do.
May, you are amazing.
I didn't have portals, dude. I didn't have portals until like the last week.
You can. Did I ever?
We did. So we did the Dungeon Dojo Invitational, and we did 12s during that, and it was awful.
I'll post that in green team.
Okay, one last thing, guys. There is a yellow
See
team
what?
being ran by Chris. I have no fucking idea about that, but same rules apply with red team. You can only be a raider in either yellow or green. We've tried it before, having raiders in both mythic teams, and it just does not work. Burnout happens very quickly, and the quality of raider just goes down the hill by the time they get into the weekend. So if you were planning on doing yellow team and green team, I'm sorry, but you have to pick one.
Oh well, then I'm fucking out of green team. I'll fucking tell you that right now.
What about yellow team other than like
I have
the
no
dates?
fucking clue.
Okay.
I have no clue. Other than what that post was, I have no idea.
Essentially, blue team's becoming yellow.
No, it is not.
No,
It is
it's not.
no
No.
separate
It's
entity.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
that's
And
what
they
they were doing.
recruited people because, like, I was inviting people, and
I only got the 4th boss on my
she's like,
rogue
no, this failed.
2
We
weeks ago.
recruited him for Yellow Team, and I'm like, okay, go for it.
Yeah, they're also advertising Yellow Team as 4 out of 8.
Yikes.
Wait, didn't they just form?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're either piggybacking on our kills or Red's kills.
Depending on where they're advertising in, like if it's Raider.io, Raider.io is dumb. You can't specify
yeah, you can't
differently for
select,
different raid teams. You're kind of stuck. It defaults and assumes you.
So I just sat through this whole meeting for nothing because
we don't
I'm not.
recruit there.
If I have to
We're
choose
in
between
Discord.
yellow and green, I'm picking yellow.
So I am supposed to talk with Chris and Salen today or tonight after this meeting. So I don't know. It should not affect green. Is my understanding, but like I have no idea what yellow is. Other than what was in that post. So I'm sorry guys, I don't have any more information for you.
I choose green team.
The only difference is
like Yellow is a little more casual than us.
yeah, they're gonna be slightly more casual, and then they're also gonna be not as.
That's not what is posted.
They're also
in,
weekday raids, not weekend.
Yeah, that's not what's posted in the description of Yellow Team. The description is that it's just like Green Team, but raids on the weekdays. So I need clarification there because we are not casual mythic.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm really looking forward to the time in the season where Fire says something to the effect of, "Listen, if you want to pull that kind of shit, that's some Yellow Team bullshit. We don't do that in."
I don't disparage other teams. Like we're all one guild. I just have no understanding or visibility because you guys got the announcement when I got it.
You say we're not casual mythic. Salen posted we are casual mythic.
Yeah, that's another thing that I need to straighten out with him because we haven't been casual mythic for a while.
Right.
So.
Oh, I thought we were casual mythic.
You're casual mythic.
I
are.
was told when I got invited to the team it was semi-hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, semi-hardcore. I don't think like mid-core is what I think the description is because we're right at mid-core. So I will hopefully have more information for you guys around whatever the fuck that is. And just know that our recruitment posts that we have are for mid-core, and we are not, or we are a mythic team. We are not a casual mythic team. Even though we are at 30, we are totally capped through. We're not recruiting right now. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
No, sir.
All right, cool. I will be running Mythic Keys in a little bit. I need to have a quick chat, and then I'll be back down. I assume there's still Vault. There's still reason to practice. There's still reason to do stuff. But you guys have the rest of the night off. We are not doing anything tomorrow night. I am going to go out to dinner with my wife and eat Korean barbecue.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, we're gonna go get Korean barbecue, and it's gonna be amazing.
Hey, Callie.
Who are you?
You never sent me a picture.
What picture was I supposed to send you?
Fire.
With the hot pepper?
With the Asian.
What?
Oh!
I
thought you did.
No, she just found out that Fire's Japanese, I bet.
Yep.
No, she didn't believe it. For
I
whatever
did.
reason.
I still don't.
Pictures, or it's not true. So
For real.
Allie's supposed to do pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, you can send him the video of the hot pepper.
I'll send him the video of the hot pepper. Can I post it in Green Team?
Is it the red hot chili pepper?
No, I grew Carolina Reapers, and I tried one and could not swallow it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's too large of a file. but
It won't be.
we'll figure out.
I got it.
Do you,
The
like to
people
be
who do the
gifted a
Carolina
free
Reapers.
trial?
Oh no, I've got nitro.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what was the question, Afro?
I don't know. I was talking to Kelly.
No, you said someone said something about a trial.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
the free trial for Nitro.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've already got it.
All right. I'll be back.
All right, it's
Warrior nerf.
sending in green team right now, so it'll take.
Wait, are you
upload.
serious?
5% DPS
DPS,
warriors.
Yep.
Fuck, why did I just kill myself just right now?
I told Faye immediately. I was like, they got nerfed again, and it hasn't even started.
I don't
No.
get it.
Ignore our gross kitchen counters.
BMs
They
were
won't
whack
they won't
too.
even
They
perform
took
The best
a-
part is Shadow Priest got buffed again.
And Beastmaster got
We need
whacked
buffs.
for 8% all round.
And Affliction Lock too. Affliction Lock got some huge ones today.
And
Oh,
the
man.
Nerfbats went
Fire.
out today for sure.
Fire's cute.
He has shorter hair now. He cut his hair. That was during COVID.
Oh, that's so dumb. Why would you do that?
Not the bun.
It's a source of his power.
He's the one who wanted to cut it. I like his hair long.
The
That's
samurai
crazy.
never cut their.
See, yeah, for real, yeah. Remember in the scene in The Last Samurai where they cut the dude's top knot off and he starts crying and he's like really mad?
I can't believe I just sat through an
For some
hour and
reason,
a
I
half
don't think that
meeting
Those are the same thing.
where
By the way,
an
I
hour
think
of
it
it was
was
shit that
It-
I don't
it
care about because
absolutely
I'm
is
not
the
gonna
same
get
thing.
any of those mechanics by sitting here watching
Well,
them
he's only
on a
half.
fucking
have a quick
2D
conversation.
screen.
He's not out
Oh.
in 45 minutes.
He's done for the night.
Well, isn't he meeting with Salem?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
meeting right now.
He's done for the night. He's gonna be yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna be a quick
So
discussion.
if people want keys, you should probably just whisper me and I'll take them instead of waiting for fire.
Yeah, I would not wait for fire. Kitty, sorry, I don't think you're going to barbecue.
No, they're going to barbecue tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
tomorrow.
Oh, okay, I thought that was today. Okay,
No, tomorrow.
that's better.
They're not gonna
Oh,
they're
that's
not
right,
gonna
it's
the
tomorrow's
free
Sunday.
barbecue at 10 o'clock.
Well, I don't know what time
9
it is
o'clock.
there. It's not even 8 o'clock here. You can go to
Yeah.
barbecue.
That's so late. Fire wouldn't want to be out that late.
I mean, if we were still in LA, then
All right. Well, what the
I'd
hell
be
am I
at
gonna do
barbecue
now?
at Fucking 11
They're
PM.
not doing anything.
Same in Chicago, man. It was
Yeah,
so
if we were in
nice.
a bigger city, I miss having like 24-hour.
The
Oh,
nightlife
God, yeah. White Castle.
Kind of upset.
is bad.
I know, but it's so good with midnight.
Even our Taco Bell isn't open until like 2 a.m. Our Taco Bell closes at like 11.
That's crazy.
It's
What's the point?
tragic.
There's a place called Mr. Submarine that's like a Chicagoland sub place. Best fucking subs ever. And they're open till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
no, it sucks because especially like I mean probably deeper into
I'm gonna
Kansas
call
City
it.
there's more.
Kind of
We're in
upset.
like a little suburb, tiny town
Kinda like
in the metro area.
mad.
And so our little town is like one of those some things are closed on Sunday, like that kind of town, and we're like,
Like
not
Chick-fil-A.
used to it becoming.
Dude, the Chick-fil-A in my town is closed on Sunday too.
Well, Chick-fil-A everywhere.
they're all closed on Sundays. Culver's used to do the same.
All right.
Until
Oh no, Culver's is
Not a big
thankfully
surprise.
open.
Gonna raid
Yeah, now
Fiora's.
they are. They
I'm
used
gonna
to
call
not.
it tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna be on tomorrow because
Very
I don't know
happy
what the
Culver's is
plan
open
is.
on
There's clearly
Sunday.
nothing going on with Green, so
That would I did
have
not
to
know
be
the
something that I
loveliness
come
of Culver's until we moved out here.
I hope you guys have a good night.
Edit.
Good start to your weekend.
live
All of your
45
weekend. I will talk to you guys later.
I live 45
Peace.
minutes away from the original.
What the fuck is the internet?
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can come together to bitch about movies and share pornography with one another.